Howdy folks, we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to go on a fossil hunt. And we're here in Virginia, and there's lots of great fossils and fossil sites here in Virginia. But we're in Southwest Virginia, and fossils are pretty much non-existent. But there is a spot that I think we might have some luck. So we're going to go ahead and take a hike. It's about a 3-mile hike up to the area that I want to go to, and about 3 miles back. And we're going to make a loop out of it. We're going to hike about half a mile down the road. There's no parking spot other than some space off on the shoulder. And we're going to follow an old abandoned trail going straight up a ridge. And hopefully we'll get some good views today. There shouldn't be any leaves on the trees yet. And then we're going to follow some of the ridge line up there until we get to where we want to go. And then on the way back, we're going to kind of come down a valley and actually come back the opposite side of the car here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I think this is where we head into the woods. Alright, this is going a different direction than we usually go. I think we want to head down to the creek here. Alright, I think we follow this. Looks like we're going to have the sun in our face as we climb up here to the east. Well, it's getting steep now. Well, we're getting there. This looks like the peak, but it's not. It's actually that hillside or peak further out there.
Is that an apple?
Yep, looks like it. There's one there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch in the woods there, huh? Yeah, there's some violets here. Alright, that's the very top up there, I promise.
Yay.
I don't know if you can see, but I think that's Buffalo Mountain way out in the distance there. And you can't see it with these other hills, but Mount Rogers is out that way. Either way, this is a little more difficult here. It's not very well defined. Okay, we're just about here. It's about 3 miles. Is that what you have? I just got a hair over.
Right on 3 miles.
Okay, so that's about what I thought. Now here's an interesting rock. Now you see it has these lines going through at various parts of the rock. And you might think maybe that's from layers or laminations being laid down in some sedimentary rock. But if we look at the other side here, you see a very interesting pattern of these circular marks. And actually what these are is they're tubes that run down into the rock. And this is actually a fossil. And this is called a trace fossil because it's not actually the imprint or the remains of an organism, but it's rather something that was a mark that was left by the organism. So I guess something like a footprint would be a trace fossil also. But this was actually done by some worm-like creatures in sediment that used to be an ocean here many years ago. And here's another example. You can't really see the... Oh, okay, on this side you can see more of the striations. The light isn't so good because we're still fairly early in the morning. But, you come on this side, and here the circular marks are very pronounced. And I guess they were worm-like creatures. They would go down into the sediment or up and make these vertical kind of tubes or, kind of straw-like structures. And these are actually the oldest fossils in Virginia, and they're called Skolithos fossils. And these type are called Skolithos Linearis, I believe. Now this rock is from the Paleozoic era, and it dates back about 500 BC, or 500 million years ago. The rock is pretty much nondescript. It's a sandstone, quartz-based sandstone. But anyways, this is what you're going to get here in Southwest Virginia. It's rather interesting, and it's kind of very distinctive once you know what it looks like. Every now and then I'll run into a piece. And actually the people further up in the state, further to the east, will actually find some in the river. They actually get washed down and tumbled, so they're kind of roundish, but you could definitely see the linear and round tube-like structures in these kind of like gravel sort of materials. So that's it. That's the excitement of the fossil, and I'm going to see if Melissa, can you put that in your pack so we can take it back with us? Huh?
Yes, sure.
Okay, we only have 3 miles to carry that out. So she has a strong back. She can handle it. Well, this is kind of interesting. Here's somebody set up a little campfire ring, and here on the side of the rock you can see the linear pattern, and on the other side you can see the circular pattern from the tubes. So somebody actually used a 500 million year old fossil to make their fire ring. Here's a spot that we stop for lunch often. It actually was cleared out by high winds from a hurricane many years ago. But we're heading back we're going to head back that way. I don't know if you can see the trail there. It's a marked, maintained trail. So we're going to take that all the way back down to the road and then back up to the car.
It's a spring beauty.
Well, this is easy walking. Okay, we're back to the road. We're going to have a little bit of a longer walk on the road since we took a different route back than originally planned. And there's the car. Alright, we're back. Turned out to be about 5 3/4 miles, a little bit less than I thought. And it wasn't very exciting for a fossil find, but that's as exciting as it gets here in Southwest Virginia. Well, thanks for coming along, and we'll get out and do another rock or geology sort of adventure, especially as the weather gets warmer. Thanks a lot, and happy rock and mineral identification.